All right, I want you to be real honest with me. How many of you guys really thought that France was going to win over the USA in this Olympic finals? Don't worry. I'm not blaming you for doubting the USA. Honestly, they've had such a crazy run, especially following their exhibition losses and their opener loss against France previously. So I totally don't blame you for that. But to doubt KD on the highest stage, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. KD's always usually the one coming out on top, and he did it. He did it. Team USA finally wins gold again. It's been a long time, and especially during that FIBA loss, it really feels a lot longer than it should have been. It's just refreshing to see them back on top. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Speak True Sports. My name is Sparsh, and today we are going to cover the Olympic gold medal matchup between Team USA and Team France. So let's just look at the final score first. USA wins 87-82. Again, really close victory like I predicted in the previous video. I predicted that the USA would somehow come out through by having their offense run through KD. And this would be a single point sort of win, single digit, sorry. But you know, to see what France was able to do to the USA to give them all that trouble, and to see USA finally come out on top, that's a good sign to see for the future. Especially with a bunch of these guys that had their playoff experience in the Olympics for the first time. Now that they're sort of getting used to it, this is definitely going to be exciting to watch these guys again in future international competitions as well. So let's just sort of look at the quarter by quarter score. So the first quarter, this was actually a pretty close one. France started off pretty hot. I believe they started off 10-4, and then after that, USA led by KD, and they win that quarter 22-18. The second quarter was close. USA was able to establish nearly a double-digit lead, but then France was able to cut it down, allowing USA to only win that quarter by just 1 point. In the third quarter, USA manages to get hot again. And then same thing, France manages to just catch up through, make it only so that the USA wins the quarter by 3. And in the fourth quarter, this was an interesting one. The USA was up by around 7. The last 2 minutes left, France makes it down to 3. But then the USA happens to just make it up by 5 with the help of KD to win this game, seal the deal, and get the gold medal for Team USA. So let's just look at the key performers tonight. We're going to look at France first, okay? So some key performers tonight. It's definitely Nando De Colo, 12 points on 3 for 4 shooting. I definitely think that he would have benefited taking more shots in this game. He's definitely been one of the better performers for France this playoffs, especially, against their win in the Slovenia matchup. This guy was definitely a great backup scorer. Evan Fournier, he had 16 points tonight, though it wasn't really a great efficiency considering the volume, only 5 for 15. And he shot 50% from 2, but he shot 2 for 9 from 3, right? That wasn't really a great performance from him. So he gets 16 points. And Rudy Gobert was also another great performer tonight. 16 points, 5 for 5 in the paint, right? But the biggest downfall with him, 6 for 13 with the free throws. Rudy Gobert was able to draw lots of fouls from Team USA. Team USA got into lots of foul trouble throughout this game, but Rudy Gobert just was not able to get those free throws in the basket. Though that being said though, with those second chance misses, those going off the rim, France was able to get some other points from those misses as well. So there is some sort of leeway with Rudy Gobert missing at the second one, but then again, to shoot less than 50% when he's usually a 60% free throw shooter, that could have made a difference for France, especially to get the game to a 1 point possession, right? That could have been a really big game changer. So to sort of sum up the team performances. All right, France finished with 82 points, but collectively they shot 46.6% field goal, and then they shot 32.3% from three. Not really amazing from three, but they shot well. They did all right. But the key thing with France, though, in this game was definitely the turnovers. France suffered a lot with the ball possessions, bad passes. They turned it over a lot, and the USA was able to get lots of steals and key possessions in the fast break, and were able to generate a lot of points off those turnovers, which was one of the biggest reasons why France also failed this game as well. Not being able to capitalize on the free throws. France had 29 free throws, but only made 18 of them, and a lot of turnovers as well. If France was able to handle the ball better and be more disciplined at the free throw line, then that definitely would have given them a chance to win over Team USA. Now let's cover Team USA for a bit. Okay, so some key performers. Jason Tatum, 19 points on 8 for 14 shooting. Again, this was a great number 2 guy to sort of run the offense around. Great guy to stretch the floor, 7 rebounds, and he also got a steal in that game. Damian Lillard, this is something I found out recently. I've said in my previous videos that Damian Lillard has not been playing well, but there was actually a report out by Shams just around 10 minutes before I started this recording that he was playing through this Olympics series with an abdominal injury, and he's going to get evaluated once he returns back to the USA. So to see him play through that, major respects for him. My respect for Dame went up even more than it already did, and I'm really proud of him for getting that gold. He didn't shoot amazing this series, but to see him put his body out there on the line, you can't not respect that kind of heart and dedication. This guy is an absolute warrior, and I'm really proud of him for doing that. That being said, though, I do wish Pop did give him some more opportunities to rest. He did play 26 minutes, and considering the FIBA play style where it's a bit more physical, I definitely think that if they gave more minutes to Jason Tatum, that might have been able to take some stress off of Damian Lillard. So, but then again, that's all over now. Now they're going back to the States, and now they're going to be able to get the rest and get ready during this offseason in preparation for this next NBA season that is coming up in the next few months. And now, the last but not least, the greatest performer in this Olympic tournament, Kevin Durant, 29 points on 9 for 18 shooting 50% overall, 6 for 9 in the 2-point range, 3 for 9 from 3-point, 8 for 9 free throws, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block as well. Great job, Kevin. I mean, this was a great performance to see by him. It's funny because, when they lost to France in the home opener, people really thought that KD would not be able to lead this team to the gold. But now he is being nicknamed Captain America. He is defying the haters once again, being able to overcome that adversity, especially that first loss, being able to put the team on your back and have pride in the country that you play for. This was an amazing performance to see from him. Actually, interesting stat, KD in his previous Olympic gold medal games, he dropped 30 points, and in this game, he dropped 29 points. And KD has now officially become the best Olympic basketball player with 3 straight golds in the Olympics. That is absolutely an amazing feat. That is something to be incredibly proud of, and I'm really happy for KD and Team USA for being able to pull through after such a shaky beginning with that exhibition round and that home opener as well. So just to look at the team performances tonight. So USA, they shot around the same, albeit a bit poorer than France, 45.7% overall. But the key thing, like I said, 9 for 32 from 3. Again, it's just one of those things where, that modern NBA play style, really fast pace, using the 3-point line as that main sort of line to shoot around from, get that 3-point offense, right? It's just a consequence of how they play. I really like, that kind of excitement when you get the 3-point in the NBA, but in the FIBA play style, it's a really risky shot, especially considering how much more defensive they are, and the refs do not really call fouls as much as they do in the NBA, so it is more of a risky shot to take. That being said, though, they were able to make it out and push through. 14 for 21 from the free throw. Could be better for sure, considering the guys that are at the free throw line. There was a possession where there were 2 missed free throws by Dame when they had the chance to go by 5, but KD was able to sink the next 2 and be able to push it by 5. Just a bit of shakiness, right? Just gotta take it easy when you are at that line. Just, take a deep breath and just relax for a bit. That's just some nervousness when you're at the gold medal game, so I don't blame them for that. But another thing, like I said, for France had around 19 or 18 turnovers, whereas the USA had half of that, right? That was key. The USA was much better at handling the ball than France was. They were able to get those points off of France's turnovers. You can see because the USA had 9 steals this game and 5 blocks this game. The USA stepped up a lot more defensively compared to France, and that was what was key for the USA to win this game. Now, if we just sort of look at the team comparison, right? This is sort of the team comparison that I was talking about, and you can just sort of visualize it better, right? So the field goal percentage was roughly the same. These teams shot pretty similar, right? 47% for France, 46% for the USA. The USA definitely had a higher volume shooting because they were able to get a lot of those chances from the steals and those turnovers from France. USA, when you sort of look at the rebounding, right, they were short by 7. Of course, when you have 3 7-footers that play for France and they're much more physically defensive in the paint, which the FIBA rules allow, it is harder to sort of contest and get those rebounds, right? But that being said, the USA was still able to come out on top. And we can also just sort of see like this score evolution here, right? France was able to have like a 6-point lead in the very beginning, but then right after that, once KD and Team USA was able to get that, it was pretty much over, right? The game was in control for most of the time until like the last minute of the fourth quarter. And as I was saying, right, points from turnovers. See, this is what is important about being able to handle the ball, right? USA was able to get 20 easy points off of those turnovers from France. 13 of those points were from the fast break. And that's what's going to help you either seal the game or lose the game, right? Being able to get those second chance points and also being able to get those points from the turnovers, right? Although France did win those second chance points, USA did a lot better with the points from the turnovers and the points from the fast break. And if we just look at the shot chart as well, right? Another reason why the USA was also able to win, right? They were able to make a lot of their shots within the paint, that because they were able to get those points from the fast break. And if you just sort of look at their offense, right, you see that the USA does shoot consistently better in the paint, on the right side compared to France, where, France had a lot of their points in the paint, like right in that boxed area and on the corner 3 as well, and even at sort of like the center of the perimeter, whereas the USA sort of had a more spread out sort of shot selection. Being able to sort of spread that offense and move those defenders around more and exhaust them, that's what's going to help, break them down defensively, and that's what's going to help you generate points offensively as well. So even though they did not shoot amazing, right, USA being able to move those defenders around more compared to France, where they're playing a lot more in the paint, right? That is what helped Team USA get this win. This was a good game for Team USA, and I'm really glad that Team USA was able to come out on top. There was actually a really big shaky game because Rudy Gobert was at the free throw line a lot, getting the USA players in foul trouble, and they just really couldn't do much about that. But then again, turning up the defensiveness, right? Being more aggressive, getting those points off those turnovers, and getting those points in the fast break. That is what got USA to come out on top and win that gold once again. The USA is now 16-for-1 gold medals in the Olympics, and this is something that the USA should definitely be proud of. Anyways, what are your guys' thoughts? Make sure to let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and make sure to also press the bell for push notifications. That way you're always up to date with the content that we post, and that also makes us more eager to post content for you. If you let us know what content you like, that also helps us with providing the content that you enjoy and keeping you guys more engaged. Don't forget to follow our socials. They're mentioned at the end of the video. And to finish off, I'm just glad to see Team USA get back on top again. This is nothing short of what I expected, and I'm really excited to see the following match tomorrow, the bronze medal match between Slovenia and Australia. I'm really looking forward to covering that with you guys in the future. Anyways, I'm going to sign up for the night, get some sleep, and for you guys, make sure you take it safe, take it easy, and stay awesome. This is Sparsh, and I'm signing out.